The federal government is so desperate to hide Harry Reid's role in connection with a Chinese land grab linked to the Clive and Bundy standoff in Nevada that not only has the BLM deleted a key document from its website proving this connection, but they've also censored any trace or history of the document ever appearing on the internet in the first place. On Friday night, less than 24 hours before the standoff between Clive and Bundy supporters and the Bureau of Land Management, InfoWars posted an article revealing Senator Harry Reid's link to the land grab, and it went on to become viral, attracting nearly 9,000 comments and being posted on the Drudge Report. The article revealed that one of the key reasons why the BLM wanted Clive and Bundy off the land and therefore began seizing his cattle was to clear it to make way for a solar energy project. As Reuters reported, Senator Harry Reid used his influence to push through a $5 billion deal for a Chinese energy company with close ties to the Communist Chinese government, represented by Harry Reid's son, Reid, who oversaw the sale of 9,000 acres of public land, which was valued at up to $38.6 million, and then sold to this Chinese energy firm, ENN, for just $4.5 million. And Senator Reid also used his influence to help see Neil Kornza, a former Reid advisor and confidant who was named as BLM's director just last week. And of course, hours after this scandal emerged, the BLM did indeed back down, at least for now, in the standoff against Bundy supporters there in Nevada. But of course, Reid came back just yesterday to assert that the ranch standoff, the BLM's siege against Clive and Bundy, was, quote, not over. And it's definitely not over for Reid, because he plays that key integral role in selling off that land to this communist Chinese government-linked energy company. He's got a dog in the fight, and he's not backing down. So why is the BLM and the federal government so desperate to hide Harry Reid's role in this land grab against Clive and Bundy? Well, to illustrate how desperate the BLM is to hide this connection, not only did they delete the document from their website, but as storm clouds gathering documents, they even deleted the cached page on Google, which now returns this error. And to be clear, deleted pages are not automatically removed from Google's cache within a few days. The site's owner has to directly and deliberately contact Google and request that that cached page be removed. So not only has the BLM deleted the document from their website, they've ensured that nobody can go back to the Google cache and retrieve it via that method, despite the fact that it's already plastered across 1,000 different websites, at least the screenshot of the document, thanks to Infowars.com's article. But the fact that they would directly request that Google even delete the cached version of this page just shows how panicked they are about people discovering it and people being able to verify that it is in fact true that they're kicking Bundy off the land, stealing his cattle to make way for a Chinese energy company linked to the communist government to build a solar energy project on that land. They don't want the American people to know about this, because that would be a huge, monumental rallying point around the fact that the US government, the state of Nevada, Harry Reid, is siding with the communist Chinese in a land grab directed against the American people. And furthermore, now there's not even a record of the fact that there was a cache of the website in the first place. This is the level to which they've gone to try and hide the verifiable, provable fact that this document existed. You search for Cattle Trespass Impacts Bureau of Land Management, which was the original title of the document. Not only is the cache not available, there's no sign that any cache or any document ever existed on the internet. Of course, the top link is Infowars.com. But the BLM has gone to such great depths to memory hole this document from the pages of internet history that there's no trace of it whatsoever. So this is what they're frightened of. They're frightened of people linking the land grab to the US government and Harry Reid siding with the communist Chinese government via this energy deal. If that narrative is allowed to take hold, dominate, drive, and characterize the ranch rebellion involving Cliven Bundy and his supporters, when the BLM comes back with its show of force, which people like Ron Paul are now predicting, this is going to be the rallying point for the ranch rebellion. This is why they're trying to hide the connection, because it's such a volatile and emblematic rallying cry behind which Americans can organize. So that's why we've got to push this Harry Reid narrative and his connection to the Cliven Bundy siege to the nth degree, and really let this narrative dominate the Cliven Bundy story. This is Paul Joseph Watson reporting for Infowars.com.